everyone. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Cool. Very glad to meet all you here today in this beautiful weekend. So for today's session, it's about the February Ranger training. The topic is about smart spaces and energy management. So I'd love to introduce myself first. So I'm Allison, the community manager here in Seed, and over the past few days, few years, we are receiving over 100 Ranger applicants from globally. So right now we are officially welcomed like 20 outstanding members into this program. And luckily to have them, so they are empowered more than like 100 events, including like hackathons, workshops, exhibitions, or symposiums, etc. And lots of local community members are finding like leaving messages to the social media and directly to me that thanks to have this kind of solution or this kind of the events, they are learning more about the what is open source hardware and how it can do, how to train the models to solve their daily problems, etc. So this year we would love to upgrade Ranger program to 3.0 version to the next level. So we are moving from community driven activities to the solution driven collaborations. So with Ranger Point 3.0, we would love to invite the members who would love to share their tutorial and knowledge, and also would love to deploy the solutions, will co-create the solutions with us together to empower the local industries. So each month, we will host a training session to share our solution logic, use cases, and some best demos, practices, etc. So for today's training, the topic will about smart spaces and energy management using our R1000 and Home Assistant Brain, etc. So for today's training, we will have three parts. So first part, I'd love to have every of you to introduce yourself, like your background, your like location, your name, and what your expectations from this training or for a Ranger program. And secondly, I will invite our like solution manager Harvest. He will showcase how to use our devices to build smart like central hub connected with cross-brand devices like lighting, air conditioning, and security system into one control system. And finally, we will open the discussion. So after all these like inputs, we also love to hear your outputs. So what's your obstacles? What's your challenges that you are facing? And what kind of applications you're planning to deploy that using today's like solution or devices? All right, let's get into started. So, who would love to become the first one to share about yourself? Well,
I can go real
okay.
quick. Hey, Allison.
Hi.
Garrett Gertson here in Lafayette, Louisiana, United States. It's 6 a.m. over here.
Yeah.
And yeah, background oil and gas. Did a lot of directional drilling, logging while drilling around the world. Uh, Went back to school 2020 during COVID, back end engineering, and started off in QA, moved into AI. Was kind of testing models coming out of testing, And I kind of got in computer vision, got laid off from Baker Hughes, company I was working for, and I got into SCADA and started doing a lot of edge stuff on the side and still doing it and doing some robotic stuff now. And for the past year or so of doing really well with it and really enjoying the seed products so far. So expectations, I love the training. I love the community and yeah, this is great. So that's me.
Glad to have you here today.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoy it. Who would love to become the second?
Hi, hi, good afternoon. Well, good afternoon here in Nigeria. Can you hear me? Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, Hammond.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Ahmed. I'm from Nigerian African.
Oh,
Oh, I'm an embedded system IoT developer and a developer advocate, and it's great connecting with everyone. Well, in the afternoon here, and one of my mission is in the next 10 years, I should be able to train 10,000 Africans on IoT embedded systems. And thanks to the platform like C Studios for creating devices, creating components for us to train. Thank you. My expectation is to learn more and to impact my community. Thank you.
thank you. And Robert, it's your turn.
Yeah, thank you so much. My name is Robert. I'm from Germany, and I'm called the LoRaWANfluencer around here because I started 2 years ago to build up a village, a whole village with open source hardware, mainly from Seed, you could guess. And I wanted to prove that it's possible that you can digitalize certain aspects of your municipality, basically. So we have like a river water monitoring, so the level, so we don't get floods. We have applications like energy savings in our daycares for the children. And I try to deploy LoRaWAN, especially since I'm mainly working in that field as well. So in my day job, I'm a technical consultant. So I consult people on like oil rigs and stuff like that who want to deploy LoRaWAN, which is a wireless technology. And my main thing with Home Assistant and all the other systems there are is basically integration. So getting something that can be integrated within the ecosystem of what we already have is very interesting, especially if we can get applications like a flood warning into Home Assistant of the people here, right? So the integration from a general measurement to what do I do about it? How do I alert the police, the fire brigade, and then also the people living here? That is kind of my main interest today. So thanks for having me, and yeah, let's see how Home Assistant will play here.
Cool.
Okay,
Thanks for
now
sharing.
Davide turn. It's okay. I can go on if you want, Alison. Ciao,
Cool.
Alison. I hope you had a nice break from
New
New
Year?
Year's
Yeah.
vacation. I'm Davide Gomba. I am based in Italy. I have been playing with Home Assistant since the very beginning. I used to have a connected apartment when we were testing things. So I'm really thrilled to check where they ended up now with Home Assistant, and especially besides Home Assistant, the ESP Home way to create firmwares for microcontrollers, which is somehow something that was born with Home Assistant, but then was now is like a sister project from them. On top of this, I'm saying that I'm working on the video about the computer vision, the Allison, the homework Allison gave us to do not long ago. I'm working on this, so sorry, I'm a little bit late, but I'm about to release this video, and yeah, ciao, I'm listening.
Thanks for sharing. So, who would be the next? Anybody who would love to introduce it?
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi. Myself Abhinav. So I'm from India. I'm an undergraduate student. and I'm doing works on like projects like robotics, IoT, and Edge AI. So I'm currently in my college lab. I'm working on my undergraduate project. So about the expectation, I'm expecting to keep contributing, expecting to keep contributing and taking workshops and all. So yeah, that's
Oh, thank you,
yeah. Thank
Abhi.
you.
Okay. Uh,
Hi,
any
this is Syed Junaid from India, Visakhapatnam. I'm a technical manager in College of Engineering, Andhra University's incubation center, which is Andhra University Incubation Council. I deal with the industrial Internet of Things and Industry 4.0. So I help students and startups build prototypes and validate their ideas. So I keep looking to contribute to the Seed Studio Ranger 3.0 program. And then, yeah, learning through these workshops. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Well, I can go. Hello, everyone. I'm Alex Puig. I'm from Mexico. I live here in Mexico City. I have a company that focuses on deployment for AI systems. We work mainly on factories and on some well, not public spaces, but spaces such as hotels and retail stores. Basically deploying AI systems, but with the main take that everything is local. I'm obsessive about everything being local and private. And well, I sometimes use Home Assistant for many of those projects. So I'm really interested in seeing what we'll be learning today.
Cool. Thanks for sharing. Um, uh, Anybody else would love to share?
Yes. Good morning. I'm Carlos from Spain. I located in Mallorca Island, and my background is regarding to IT and engineering project for infrastructures as maritime ports and smart cities. I love the citizen science projects to try better world for all, trying to put in numbers the problems that the people has. And I have a company has design and manufacture environment sensor like a noise sensor and wind sensors. I have the purpose of deep my knowledge in the City Studio sensor and try to combine all of this environment and technology in my projects. So thank you, Aline, for my invite to me to this meeting, and I hope to learn a lot of this, a lot of things. Thank you.
Thank you. Glad to have you. Anybody else want to share?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hello, I'm Loic. Loic Dissap from Cameroon and France. So I'm the C Studio Ranger. I mostly specialize into LoRa, like Robert, and Mesh Static, that I love so much. And thank you, David. And I lead RobotSafe. So RobotSafe is a farm robot, and with RobotSafe Education, where we do STEM education programs with youth in Cameroon and in France, and also with university students. So we try to like create a more apostolic, evangelic activity of LoRa and the different use cases. Because in developing countries, LoRa is not like known, so we are trying to develop it, showing the real use case of it on the different project. So I work with many projects on that, and with my current startup called RobotSafe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see. Okay, so if there is no volunteers, we will move to our second part. So second part. Hi, Akash. Sorry, it seems like your voice is not very clear. Sorry, still could not hear your voice. Could you check your microphone or internet? Oh, mm. It's okay. Uh,
Hey,
um,
Alison, maybe I can introduce myself in the timer.
cool.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Tom. I'm from Germany. I'm good connected with Robert, and I'm now 20 years old. Yeah, we deployed a lot of SenseCare products, and also we have in Germany I say the best mesh testing network for the government here for private and scenarios where we don't have internet or power in bad times. Yeah, and we have also some sensors for the water level monitoring and weather stations. And yeah, I love Seed and I love the team, and I'm proud to be here in the Ranger 2.0 or 3.0, I don't know, now. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you. New member here, so I hope you're enjoying this family. Akash, uh, do you have internet
Hello.
right now? Yeah?
Yeah, ma'am. Am I
Yeah, I can
audible?
hear you.
Okay. So, I'm a mechatronics engineer currently working as a Fab Lab instructor while actively building AI and robotics-based industrial systems. So, my core interest in Edge AI, computer vision, then embedded system and smart automation. I worked on the projects like Delta Robot, robotic arms, and the vision-based sorting systems. So, I am interested in Rangers program.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. Okay, let's move to the second part. So, let's transfer the mic to Harvest to get started to our training today.
Okay, thank you, Alice. Okay, so first let me share my screen. Yeah.
Please, Alison, do you mind to start the recording?
What?
No problem.
The recording, the screen
Yeah.
recording, like in case for people that are not connected.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think that the recording is starting now.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi everyone. Just I will first give a short introduction. That my name is Harvest, and I'm the product manager in Seed, and I'm taking charge of the solution part. And actually, this year, in Chaihuo, which is just part of Seed, we're trying to do to to do the courses for the system integrator to cover some part of the solution we have done in the past several years. And now they have some different kind of courses, and I will just cover some of them and I'll give you some short introduction. And just go back to me that I'm a product manager, but I'm also kind of interested in doing some some kind of the coding parts, and then now it's the web coding part. And you have mentioned that some of them have mentioned that you're interested in the mesh tactic. So right now we're just trying to do some mesh tactics, the plugin that connected the mesh tactics app to the open cloud. So this is the thing I'm doing now. Yeah, and let's go back to the courses. Yeah, and just as Alex mentioned that we're trying to do some upgrades of both for the Ranger program or also the CSV part. And previously, we are just trying to do, as may you know that what we are trying to focus is the module and the sensors such as the shell series. And now, in the past several years, we are also trying to do some more, take more efforts in doing some product and doing some co-creation project and also some solution. We're trying to combine different part of the product into the solution. And what we're trying to provide is also the open source solution that our client can directly use the solution to serve their customers. Yeah. And for now, we have collected several ready-to-deploy solutions, just covering the area, the range from the livestock farming, the smart agriculture, the building energy management, and hazard response, the smart spatial interaction, and the campus safety. And today we will cover is mainly the building energy management part, and our solution is all of our solution will give you some experience of fast deployment since we have validated this architecture and will provide the full range of guide and the demo. And we will use the technology like the LoRaWAN to provide some lower operating costs. And all of our solution will be the module and open, which means you can just combine some of them into your product. Yeah. And what we provide is not only the reference design, so like the some open source software and also the wiki, and we will provide some training. And actually today is just part of this kind of the training. And also this year we will launch some kind of the software called the SenseCraft solution, which we will just cover some of our previous down project into this software. And in of this part, you can just use this software to directly deploy our solution into our product in one click. And we just try to make the solution deployment more easily. Yeah. Yeah. And actually, we have separated our courses into three parts, into three levels. The level 1, the level 2, level 3. And today part is mainly covered the level 1, which is just kind of some demo and the small part of the level 2. And we plan to give 5 different kind of courses this year, covering the smart spatial intelligence, the interacting AI agent, the off-grid communication, the visual AI security, and the smart city. Yeah. And here I was just starting with the main part of the courses, and you're willing to interrupt or just ask your question at any time where I'm just doing my my sharing. Yeah. And today's part is mainly about the device integration and the intelligent control, and which many use the Home Assistant or Node-RED to do some unifying management and control of devices across brands and the generation. Yeah. And this is a kind of demo our application engineer has done with the Home Assistant. You can see there's the Home Assistant green boxes as kind of the main gateway, and we use ESP Home to build a kind of the sensor, like the to control the fan, control the motor, control the lights, and we use the ESP we use the shell to build a energy meter and build the soil moisture sensor, and all of this kind of thing can be controlled by this kind of the ESP home the home assistant green boxes. Yeah, and I can show you. This is actually the demo that is running inside the Seed. And I just use the camera to provide the TSP streaming so that all of you can see that. Yeah, that is what is running inside Seed. Yeah, and in the middle part is the e-ink that's showing all the data from all this kind of a sensor. Yeah, and we like this system since it works both on the internet access and the no internet access, and all the data is stored locally and controlled locally, and even the internet downlinks can running. So it's which is so important for this kind of the energy management. And actually, the energy management product, this product and solution is becoming so important since that there's a growing in the global smart building market, and both China, Europe, and the United States has trying to lower the energy use. And so with the development of the with the development of the gateway and the devices, and now the building operation has become transformed from the manual monitoring to the system automation. And we are just trying to, and for Seeds, since we think that just to renovate all the devices is kind of the too hard and the costume too many. So we're just trying to do some incremental optimizing layer with the home assistant system and the Node-RED that you can just use one hub to connect all the devices or your existing devices. So there's no need to buy new devices that to replace all your older devices. Yeah. So the story starting. So this is part of the story that is a project we have done last year, and you have what we think is that what it is after we build the project, and actually this project is the combination of different building, and there is a shopping mall here, which is 4th-floor shopping mall, and it's kind of the 12,000 square meters, and there is apartment here. And there's a HVAC lighting and a hot water system inside this building. And then in front of that is kind of the office building. And our customer that's lying the 5th floor of this building. And so there's a hub inside that can using to tracing all the data, all the usage of energy inside this building. And in the outer part, there's a charging station for the car. Yeah, so it also uses a lot of the power. So our customer just trying to operating the whole system. So they're trying to tracing that what is really consuming the energy and what they can do to lower the power use of that place. So they come to see it, and they hope us can help them to just renovate the system and help them to get all the data, and so that they can make a decision that what they can do next. And after we have finished the project, and they just figuring out that HVAC system that use the 60% of the energy, and the HVAC and the lighting are the primary energy consuming system. And so now what they're trying to do is to replacing some of the old HVAC or adding some control that they can maybe if the restaurant is not opening, they can just lowering the power of the HVAC system and turn off the lights, so like something like that. Yeah, and this picture may give you some flavor of the project. And this is the electricity room of that, and there's a cabinet, and there is some camera that's putting all around this shopping mall. And this is the 4th-floor shopping mall. Yeah, and then there's some upper floor HVAC and the extraction fan in the top of the building, and this is their cabinet that for all the internet connection, and they have some outdoor cabinets to control to giving power to the landscape lighting. Yeah, and this is what we are putting. We're just putting one R1000 inside this cabinet box to connect it all the data and transform the data to the upper front. Yeah, and this is a pro. I just want to sharing this project to you since we actually using the Home Assistant to collecting all the data and trying and giving and operating all the system. And there's maybe more than 2,000 maybe 1,000 to 2,000 points, just controlling point inside the system, and it's working very well. And our client is trying to expand this system into more building. Yeah. So in this project, there are three things that are giving the customer headache at the very beginning. The first one is the fragment system. That there's a two-minute system, there's a water system, the electricity system, their HVAC system. Both of them have their own or controlling panels and or controlling system. And also their energy consumption is the black box. They just know that how much they pay, but they just don't know that what's the money is spending to. They're spending on the air conditioner or spending on the lights, and when the spending is the most. And the third part is that it's kind of hard for them to switch. That they use some brand devices, and it's hard for them to collect the data from from their devices. So they kind of get stuck in. Yeah. Before the renovation, was their daily workflow is look like on the 8 a.m. Their management was logging to their AC, BMC, BMS system, and on the afternoon they were logging to a different system. They always change in different system in the whole day, so it's kind of hard for them to manage all of them. So they are trying to ask us, is there an interface to manage all devices? And they try to reduce the energy consumption, but they just know that that before the renovation, they just know that the whole use of the data, but don't know that who is wasting them. So they try to know that where the money is spent. And the third part that they want to change, but they just don't know how. But they don't know that how to get the data from this brand of devices. So they try to they kind of get the lock-in. Yeah. So all these three problems just pointed to the one same answer. That's maybe they need kind of the one system that is the totally locally run and the system that can help them get all the energy consumption, that they are easy to connect all their existing devices into them, and so that they only need to log into this system to see that's what it's running. Yeah. And maybe some of you have know that the Home Assistant, but I still want to give some short introduction. That the Home Assistant is the world's largest open source smart space platform. That it can include that more than 2,000 brand compatible, which means you can easily integrate your system in your devices into a system, and it's also totally runs locally, so that there's no worry about that the data will become to outside. And also there's many existing open source community users that prove this kind of work. And this is also work in our project. So and our client is very satisfied with that. And in this part, we're just trying to provide the hardware, and we just provide the technical solution. So we just teach our customer that how to use the Home Assistant, and they use Home Assistant to build their own system that they can serve their need. Yeah. And actually in C, there's two, main two products that can serve the need for Home Assistant. The first one is actually the Home Assistant Green, which is kind of the first choice for the Home Assistant. Yeah, it's not actually it's not so expensive. And the next one, which I may more recommend, is the Recomputer series, the Recomputer R series, since it has more connected to the ports like the Modbus 45 interface, and also it is more powerful than the Home Assistant Green, and so it can serve more points than the Home Assistant Green. Yeah, and also it has the ability to add the MPU inside, so maybe there's also possible to do some AI inference. Yeah, and this is kind of a comparison of the Home Assistant and the traditional BA system, and it is one inference that can manage all. Just since it's open source, and many people doing the interface for them, and it's open protocol, so you can use their HTTP API that connected all the data to your system. So you can just use the Home Assistant as kind of the backend to integrate all the protocol, and then you can use the data to build your system. So the Home Assistant, in our point, it's bad for the commercial building. Also, it's better for the retrofitting and for the energy management, for the office space management. All this kind of thing can be easily done by the Home Assistant and without code. Yeah, you can see that's what we use the Home Assistant and our devices in the real part. We just put the R1000 into the boxes to collect all the data from the electricity meter, and we can use this to control all the switch inside. And for the outside part, we use this kind of the LoRaWAN sensor to collect the data from the electricity meter inside, so that we can know that how many electricity it used. Yeah. And this is some of the devices that connected all the to R1000. Most of them use the RS485. Yeah. And this is mainly about the first part. And is there any question or anything you want to discuss? And we can stop here for a while.
Yeah, are you all seeing like a certain trend towards a certain protocol like Z-Wave, Zigbee? I mean, is there a certain product? I mean, is there a certain way of getting this information across you all are seeing trending, I guess? You know, you have wired OPC, you got MQTT, you got everything. You know, I mean, what is the main transmission method and protocol, I guess, that you all are seeing installers or people buying?
Okay, yeah. Actually, we have solution pages cover some detail of that, and we just use the Home Assistant to collect the power to control devices. And actually, our R1000 can do those kind of the protocol, but in this product, what we mainly use is the Modbus and the OPC UA. And we collecting the data, and we use the MQTT to serve them to. We use the MQTT to serve them to the main server. So in the main server, we can just to do all the control and the serial data. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and actually in the in the real part, there's different kind of the sensor and the actuator, and some of them are just 45 sensor. So we have added the LoRaWAN DTU, or just we use that one edge controller to collecting data, and then to use the Wi-Fi and the LoRa to serve that data to the other part. But some of them have their existing communication way, like the 4G and the Modbus 45. So we just use the label or just wireless to serve the data to the upper part. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, we also put some AI box inside. I can show you some picture of that. Yeah, this is the what we running that we used to Jetson, and the Jetson will just to do all the AI analysis of the local parts. They will just analyze all the videos so that they know that how many people enter the shopping mall and go out of the shopping mall. Yeah. Anything else you want to know about the project or this part?
For the OPC connections, the OPC UA, do you have people with the OPC UA Foundation certs? I mean, do you have anything certified going through I guess certified with the OPC UA Foundation? Like, is that something y'all have had to deal with or had to work with at this point? And that's something I'm dealing with right now, my day job, but just curious, is that something y'all have encountered, OPC UA Foundation certifications?
Uh, for this part, actually, the OPC UA is not using in the project I mentioned here, but it's used by our another of our customer. It's used to control the HVAC system in the factory. Yeah, so they use the OPC UA, and they bought devices with the OPC. They bought the OPC UA server that it had the OPC UA protocol inside to collect all the data. And what we are doing is we connected our R1000 to that server to collecting all the OPC UA data inside. And we use the R1000 to do some AI inference, so we can predict that maybe in 1 minute that how many devices should be open, and what's the output temperature of the what's the temperature of the output water it should be. So then that is how we use the R1000.
Okay. Thank you, Horace.
Yeah.
Okay, please, can we use Home Assistants locally without internet, like Node-RED?
No, yeah, definitely that's the Home Assistant just serve as a local hub that it can use. You can see that in wait a minute. Yeah. In this case, the whole system is run locally, just inside the Home Assistant Green, and you can use the local IP to connect it and control all the devices. But for most of the business part, they have some need that to do some remote control. So they sometimes they will use some server to transform the data inside to outside part, so they can use so they can control the devices remotely. But that is just kind of the plugin or some kind of the not the main part. So it can definitely run locally.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And also, what about the data privacy? Like Home Assistant is also like a local server that you install in your PC, and you have control of all your data, whether you put it on the on internet or not. So I wanted to know about the data privacy. If it goes directly to the Home Assistant server, and yeah.
Pardon, I don't I can't hear clearly about that. Can you
Yeah.
repeat the question? Yeah.
Okay, I was talking about the data privacy. So like
Yeah,
your
yeah.
data, does it goes directly to Home Assistant server whenever you are connected to the internet or not?
No, all the data is inside your home system, is inside the box. And
Okay.
actually, the home system is just kind of it's just an open source project that is running fully locally. But home system, they have some pay service that they can transform they can let you remotely control your devices, but that does not mean that data come to their server. They just use a port to to like you have the local IP like the 192 to 165 something like that. They just transform this IP to the internet to the public internet. So you can use that public internet IP to connect it to that. But all your data is still inside your system. Yeah.
And also to use this box, like, do we need to install any extension of Home Assistant in the computer, or it's just
What?
like a plug and play? Like to use this box, the box that you just showed to us, like, do we need like to just install Home Assistant's extension into the computer, or it's just like a plug and play, and it has a user interface that run directly on an IP on a local IP address?
Uh, uh, Actually, there's two recommend way to install the Home Assistant. The first one is just use the Home Assistant OS system, which is preview system of this Home Assistant green box. But in our use of that, we mostly use the Home Assistant the Docker way to deploy Home Assistant. For example, in our deploy system, in there some case we can use our camera, which is an AI camera, to connect it to the Home Assistant. So we will provide we provide way that you just need to connect it 1,000 to the system, and then you can use the one deployment to one click deployment way to transform to deploy the Home Assistant Docker to this R1000 system. So you can still have the ability to install more software inside. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Any else question? Okay. Yeah. The second part is the hands-on experience. If we just run this courses locally, but it's hard for that to do it for the internet part. So we recommend that maybe you can check the demo of the Home Assistant, them like that. You can just scan this QR code or use that address. Yeah. Yeah. And there's no need to to log in. There's kind of see that how how the Home Assistant can control all the devices, and you can see all the power usage. They just give lots of kind of example of that. You can easily use this to manage your system. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is the Home Assistant we ran inside the seat that we used. We had some ESP32 sense camera, and there's a lot of the sensor that are used that are built with shell, so we can use them to control to control using this panel. Yeah, so you can use this to turn the fan on and off and change the light and the strip the color, and you can check the temperature and the humidity of that. And so I really recommend that you have some try the Home Assistant if you haven't tried it before. Yeah, and then you can starting with this kind of some small demo that connect the sensor with a groove cable or connected power supply or do some HA auto, and then you can just use the HA auto discovery to add that to the system, which is really easy. And then you can see that devices appear on your dashboard. Yeah. So it should be very easy to finish all the project to all this process inside the Home Assistant. Yeah. And actually, what is the best part of the Home Assistant is the ability to cross a brand that you can use our seed product. Also, for example, some product that are built with Shell, or some other that are industrial grade product. They can all be connected to the Home Assistant. And also for some devices like the Xiaomi devices or Tuya devices, they can all connect to the Home Assistant in one click. They have the integration from their company. Yeah. Yeah. So I think the key point of that Home Assistant that it can across the brand and it's totally run offline, and it's very easy to go on with that. You just need 1 minute to onboard the new devices. Yeah. So yeah. So I think then we can just go to the third part that before from the third part, and then we can just do some summary, and then we can just discuss that what will be the next. And with the Home Assistant, we can do the unified management across brand, and then we can do the visualization of energy consumption of data, and then we can do the automation of non-critical logic, and then we can do the unified UI interaction. We can just control the devices in one dashboard. But we are not recommended that you use the Home Assistant in some fire protection system, some elevator control system, some high voltage power distribution, some strongly related to life of that. Yeah. So we just recommend that use the Home Assistant as kind of the value added optimization, but not kind of the essential part for the long-term cooperation. It's not because that Home Assistant maybe not stable. It's just that they're not fitted to that part. And usually for that part, they need more kind of the permission control or some more the watchdog for the system, something like that. Yeah. And there's also lots of information that you can go on with Home Assistant, like the ESP Home. And in China, there's kind of the community just about the Home Assistant. And there's a kind of the local Home Assistant system in China. And there's many GitHub project about the Home Assistant. Yeah. And then maybe we can just go to the Q&A, and then do you have any question about today's content? And also, since this is today part is just maybe the mostly for the LE part. So if you would like to bring this solution to your local community, we have L2 courses that go deeper into the detail. So also, if you have a plan to build a Home Assistant or copy this solution to your part, you can feel free to share your plan with us, and we will happy to support you along the way. Yeah, and maybe let's go back to the Q&A, and maybe Alex can also join in to see that. Yeah.
Does Seed have any solutions for local voice, like local instead of cloud. Um, so there's the Home Assistant voice preview is what they call it. And I have one, and it's ESP32. You can burn firmware into it, and you can do stuff with it, but um, that's the only thing out there. Is there anything that y'all have worked on that ties into Home Assistant for voice to text and uh, I'm sorry, text to speech and vice versa?
Yeah, I can show you some parts. Uh, yeah, this is a slide from a previous uh part. It's most of the part is in Chinese, but I can just share you some information of that. That uh that we have testing some of the systems since we have a product called a Watcher, and inside is open source project called Xiaozhi, and inside there is a kind of the pipeline that's to do all the kind of the processing, the VAD, ASR, LM, and the TDS, and we usually recommend that maybe there's a recomputer series to become the server, and then you can use the recomputer J4 012 to do the AI voice boxes. And from our yeah, this is in Chinese, but I will explain to you that in J4012, and if you use the J012 as kind of the voice server to do the ASR and the TTS, it can serve two user and in the meantime, yeah. And if you just go the user to the 3 and the 4 or 8, it will just the latency will be much more. But so maybe the server of 2 it will be the balance of that. So we have to do this kind of the test that run the totally locally run voice system, and then we also try to build some locally run system with also the LM, and then we're figuring out that it only works for the devices that about the AGX Orin, something like that. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether this answer your question, but I'm just trying to share in some of our uh, uh, research and some of our practice. Yeah.
The text to speech works great on the seed devices I have, but the native Home Assistant stuff is pretty slow at this point.
Yeah. So we try to use our devices to do some better experience. Yeah, and the local NPU inside the Home Assistant Green is kind of the lag, so it's hard to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Harvest. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Anything else you would like to know about today's sharing?
I think for me, I think there was a gentleman from Germany who had spoke about LoRaWAN. I'm in, yeah, I deal a lot with this stuff, but that's kind of where I'm trying to dip my toes into right now. I don't know if he could speak a little more to that, or if you could, Harvest. But I mean, I keep every time I look into this stuff, the relays. I'm working in robotics the past year or so, But I think that's the direction it's going, and like I just feel kind of lost in the water because I get stuck with work, get stuck with other projects, and I never really get to dive deep into it. And I go to your website, there's a lot of it, but that's, if the gentleman from Germany.
Yeah, he's here listening already.
Yeah.
So we work with Home Assistant also in a commercial setup. So there is ways of integrating a LoRaWAN network server into Home Assistant, most of the time via MQTT. So you basically relay the messages from your network server because you don't want to touch the whole encryption of LoRaWAN itself. If you're into robotics, it could also be viable to use LoRa as a direct communication protocol, like lawnmowers are doing it these days. The ones that are GPS RTK based, they use LoRa to communicate with the base station. But this is totally up to you because LoRa is not defined in any way. It's an open protocol. You can implement it however you like. But LoRaWAN is a pre-made stack that has the encryption, the securities, everything built in already. So it's a very different kind of setup depending on what you're trying to do.
And so your range kind of defines your bandwidth, I guess. Is that kind of how that works?
The bandwidth and the duty cycle. So with LoRa, so the direct communication protocol, you're basically free to send every second if you want to. So what you gain with LoRa is basically range. You don't get a much higher data rate. It's still in the bits, not even in the bytes sometimes. So it's really just a simple back and forth. But you can relay, for example, acceleration or direction and speed and bits like this, but you have to encrypt it on your own device. And with LoRaWAN, there is a predefined duty cycle, so you're not allowed to send all the time, but rather most people choose to get down to 10-minute intervals. And that doesn't really make it great for robotics, I guess. But I'm just saying, most applications are very happy to get a signal once a day. And this is where LoRaWAN really shines, because you can operate a LoRaWAN node on a battery over 8 to 10 years, right? So if it's a very remote location and I don't need more than a heartbeat, and for example, to know if a door opens and it never opens, then basically LoRaWAN would be your way to go, or even NB-IoT, right? So if it's a very single remote location, you have mobile reception, you can use that. But if you have more sensors in a wider area and you want to connect all of those and you want to have duty cycles over 10 minutes per sensor, then I would recommend LoRaWAN. So it's really the whole LPWAN world is like a big stage where LoRaWAN definitely covers the most area. And I use it loads of the time when I have cell reception at a certain single point where I put the gateway. And then I connect all my LoRaWAN nodes to that gateway and have like 10,000s of sensors connected to a single gateway. But yeah, if you want to go deep, I extend the offer to talk over WhatsApp or within the Ranger group, and we can get in one-on-one. Like I said, I do this professionally as well. So happy to share the experience.
Yeah, thank you. So I mean, more of a health checks. You're not going to be streaming anything. You're not going to be sending telemetry over LoRa. It's more of just
over LoRa, yes. Over LoRa, yes, but the thing with LoRa is, like I said, it's an open stack. You have to develop it yourself for your application. There's nothing like encryption or stuff like that pre-made into LoRa. It's just a frequency band that is reserved for this kind of thing. And LoRaWAN, even though it's named the same, it's a whole different appeal because there's a foundation behind it. They check for the integrity. They develop the stack actively, right? So LoRa is like this floating band that everybody can use. And LoRaWAN is really more like a mobile communication provider where there is a whole protocol behind it that is secured. And developers and manufacturers have to comply to make it a LoRaWAN device. Oftentimes, people forget to put the R, the trademark, behind it because LoRaWAN is really a full stack. It's open source, but yet it's controlled by a foundation, and they don't want anyone to claim their LoRa device is LoRaWAN.
Is it the same frequency around the world? I think I want to say 917 megahertz.
915 to 9, I think it was 18 in the United States. There
Yeah.
may be subbands available in the 415 megahertz area, but it's really localized. If you want to have an overview, I would highly suggest going to the Things Network and looking for the list. They have a blog article with all the globally available bands. So for China, for example, I think it's the same as in the US, the 915 or even the 415. I'm not sure right now. But every country definitely has its own code set up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
in
you.
China, it is 470.
470. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But we also used 915 when we were there, so don't blame us for.
Yeah, it's okay. Just not using so much. Yeah, it's okay.
The thing is, it generally works with every frequency that is available in LoRaWAN. It's just that when you build up networks and you do it to a size that requires you to register at a network supplier, in most countries you have to register your network and then also comply with the regulations, obviously. Most of the time it doesn't come with costs, but they want to know who's sending stuff so that in case of emergencies and maybe congested networks, they can troubleshoot and find who's on there. So it's most of the time a liability issue more than it is that you actually are blocking the waves. You would have to have a massive IoT network to do that.
So what's the longest relay that's ever been like with LoRa? I mean, how far has it been proven? You know,
The
I mean,
thing is,
theoretically, you can go around and around the
yeah,
world,
exactly.
right?
Then there's the curvature of the Earth that makes everything
Yeah.
really bad. So the longest recorded transmission was over 50,000 kilometers, but it's a little bit cheated because they used a plane to relay basically the distance. If you go direct communication and in a real world scenario, you would have like 2 kilometers would really stress the capabilities in an urban environment already. And if we go into very potent networks and go outside and have line of sight, so very high up gateway, and you really have long line of sight, then it's up to 15 kilometers. I don't know what that is in eagles and fries, but you can do the math probably. 2 miles.
Eagles and fries. And we're talking bits and bytes though, right?
Yeah, we're talking payloads that are hexa encoded, and you have like 7 measurements that you can relay. So that's the battery of the device. You have maybe airspeed, wind direction, humidity, barometric pressure, and then it already gets very full in your payload.
You said eagles and fries? Is that what you said?
Yeah, no, that's just a term we use for converting kilometers to miles.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious. I think the miles and inches are stupid. Like metric's so much easier.
Yeah,
But anyway,
yeah.
I'll let y'all go. I'll let y'all go. Thank you, Robert.
Yeah, no big deal. Anyone interested in LoRaWAN, like this is my passion, so just reach out.
Yeah, it's great to hear about LoRaWAN because can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, awesome. Great conversation so far. I at Nigeria I currently run a startup whereby we help farmers to monitor their farm from ranging from moisture, water levels, etc. So we make use of LoRa. So it's great to hear about LoRaWAN, and I'm going to try it out.
Yeah, I don't know, Allison, maybe we can do a LoRaWAN webinar as well. Let me know.
Sure. Anybody who interested for a LoRaWAN seminar or a symposium,
God.
we can have one.
I talked myself into something here, but yeah, I'm happy to share
We are
everything.
eagerly waiting for it.
Okay, thanks for that was a very fruitful discussion. So anyone who wanted to share your feedbacks or any other like opinions that want to share? Okay, so for this kind of training session, it's just the second one. So for Ranger 3.0, we are still into the pilot stage. So actually, we have thousands of products in the C Studio. So we are choosing some of the solutions and devices as representative to share it to our rangers and some of the potential rangers. So if you have any like proposal for the topics you are interested or 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 the like the sensors that you are interested, you can share with me via like linking or email. So we will collect it and then summarize it, make it as a tutorial, and share it with you. Yeah, so we are very welcome your feedbacks and suggestions to make it become better and to serve to our local community members better. Yeah. Thank you everyone to participate this training in this like wonderful Saturday or like weekend. So I hope to see you next month or next session. Yeah. See you. Bye bye then.
Hi.
Bye bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye. You have a good
Bye.
weekend.
Bye.
Bye.